light us out already, cause here one non-stop fire. Road.
Block. This is Channel of We Rebuilding, another production by Roadblock Prod MR GGCTV.
Salute my people. Before I start, make sure you hit that like button to support us. You dig? Let's go. This is great grandson of We Rebuilding We. I'm presenting to you part 3 of our dear brother Moses West, the inventor. Let's proceed.
I'm upset. Let me pitch myself down to a little guy. Black people can't have nothing when I tell you. You read that? Researchers find inspiration from spider webs and beetles to harvest fresh water from thin air. Black people can't have nothing. And I bet y'all don't even know what the hell I'm talking about. Let me show you. But hold up, let's read a little bit more. A team of researchers in designing novel systems to capture water vapor in thin air and turn it into liquid. As if this was new. Black people can't have nothing. These racist people love to steal from black people. In 2015, West invented an atmospheric water generator, a machine that turns air into clean drinking water. Although clean drinking water is something people can take for granted, especially near the Great Lakes, Midwesterners are helping West to combat the crisis. Who is West, you ask? Good question. A black man, seen right here with his atmospheric water machine that he invented for the crisis in Flint. But white people, aka allegedly Pepsi, did not want this invention out there in the public because they have a water bottling company. And as you can see, West here is upset because they believe that the Pepsi company destroyed his machine. It wasn't just like a normal destruction. They went in and messed with the circuits and they did all types of stuff. They knew what they was doing to destroy this machine so that he couldn't just go back in and put it back together by replacing parts. They literally destroyed this machine to the max. He invented this, and now white people claiming that they invented it. This is the sad part. Yeah, since 2015, so 2023, white people stop with the thievery. Give West his invention back, give him his credit, pay the man. Stop stealing from black people like y'all been doing for centuries. We invented most of everything, practically everything, including the liquor y'all drink, the cars y'all drive. And yes, a black man invented the motor vehicle.
I built something called an atmospheric water generator. And an atmospheric water generator is, we all know that there's only 3 sources of water on the earth. We've all learned it in science class. And these 3 sources of water that exist on the earth is in a liquid, it's in a solid, and it's in a gas. And so the easy water that we drink every day, it comes from a surface water, like Lake Michigan. What the water is doing is just the planet is getting warmer, so the water's starting to evaporate. And naturally, when the water evaporates, where does it go? It just goes into the air. If you have a glass of water in a room, it evaporates, it's in the air in the room. Many people here don't understand that the water that's in the atmosphere is so plentiful that we can use it. But you see this process every day. In the summer, when you sit at a table and you have a glass on the table and all your friends have a glass of lemonade or iced tea or cold beer or drinks, what you see is those glasses sweat. You see that. You see your air conditioner drip. Well, this is the moisture that's being condensed out of the air. And so basically what I do is I've created a machine that does that, but it's on steroids. Condensing the moisture out of the atmosphere, what I've learned over the years, it's a viable, energy efficient source that can operate completely on renewable energy. On the island of Vieques in Puerto Rico, working with my foundation, we supplied enough water for 5,000 people to drink water. We were making water that far exceeded World Health Organization standards, far exceeded EPA standards. Right now what I've been doing is I've been working with the military, and so they have it for their mobility needs. So when the military pulls into an area, one of the problems they had is that when you fly in water in a large military aircraft after a disaster, it takes up the entire plane because water is so heavy. With this technology, what it allows for the user to do is to have a system in place that produces the water as the people need it continuously, and it frees those planes up to do something else. You saw in Katrina, the people were standing out, there were signs they needed water. If they had this machine during Hurricane Katrina, all they would have to do is pull it out, turn it on, and they would be producing water at that spot, at that time. So right now today, in California, in these areas where they're running short of water, this is a technology that has a place and a home right now today. I started doing this in 2012, doing my first steps of trying to tell everybody that the Chicken Little thing, that the sky was falling. And today, we've reached that place that I was talking about then. So I'm working with a town right now in Texas. It's called Sand Branch. This town, Sand Branch, it has absolutely no drinkable water. The water in the wells is even contaminated. So this is one of many towns, thousands of towns around the United States that have lost their water supply or their water supply is contaminated as the planet warms up. So this technology operating in a higher temperature, high humidity environment has the capability to actually produce all of the water that these communities need. When I came up to Chicago, when I moved the process from Texas to here, there's a huge amount of support here for the Ukraine. And people kept asking me, so will this work in the Ukraine? People kept sending me emails, what can you do for the Ukraine? And I said, yeah, well, the machine, it'll work anywhere. I was watching and reading some newscasts. And where was the place where everybody was huddling? They said they were huddling in the basements. And one of the things they always said about the basements was that the basements were dank, damp, and wet. If I put a system in a basement in the Ukraine, it's going to dry the basement out. It's going to prevent disease, mold in the air. It's going to make it extremely dry. The temperature is high enough in the basement to produce water year-round. What I'm interested in is I'm interested in supplying an entire neighborhood with water. I'm interested in making sure that the military will be able to push one of these out of a plane on a parachute to troops in the field. I'm interested in ensuring that the disenfranchised communities around the United States have access to this. And I think I've been one of the only crusaders for that. I have a foundation, it's the Moses West Foundation. All you have to do is just go to the Moses West Foundation, click on the donate link, and donate whatever you would like to donate. And that helps all of these missions that we need to do. It helps train all the people that we need to train. And hopefully it'll help to find that 1,000 people that I can teach to go out in the world to do this as well. That's what the foundation does. Because this technology is a linchpin to sustainability. The 17 tenets of sustainability is set forth by the United Nations. That's the direction they told the whole world to go to. The one thing that they were missing was a sustainable source of water.
Come this way. Now I want you to just turn the knob off. Yeah, all the way. About this for a second. They're saying we're out of water. Wait, they're saying we're out of water. Do you get it? Yeah. Just to repeat that again, please. They are saying we are out of water. We are not out of water. It's right here. It makes me mad because I don't want to hear it again. I've been doing this a long time. I'm getting old. We're not out of water. And make your water toxic. I've completely designed that out of this system. This is just part of what we do here. A lot of the lines that I use are high-end lines these lines here, so we have longevity in the system, so it'll last longer than other systems. And then no one else is using this kind of technology because this is what's patented in this that makes it better than everyone else's machine. Coming this way, the water's at a 9.5 pH, and the water here, we have 3 carbon filters going through it. At the same time, we not only do we have the carbon filtration, but we can also add ozone emitters to it as well. This is basically inside of this, and most of this is patented. Okay. And on this side here, you're gonna have to come this way. And here we have the electronic system. What we've done here, all this is UL. The top portion of this machine here has got the low voltage electronics all up here. This is an Allen Bradley control system that operates this. There's a PLC inside for all the control to shut the fans on, work the water pumps, and control the program that makes this machine operate. This is where all your soft electronics are, 12 volt, 24 volt. Down here at the bottom, this is where the high power comes in. This is where your 220 volts comes in, and this is all the high power section, your circuit breakers, and your automatic switches. These heavy duty wheels, or the machine comes in at over 2,000 pounds, so these wheels, they support the weight and allow you to move it around. The plugs here, we maintain the plugs the same size. It doesn't matter if it's 460 volts, 208, or 220, 3-phase or single phase. It's just standardization of the plugs. This is where your air comes in. It's pulled in. It goes through this system here. It's condensed in here. It produces water, and then it comes out. It's pumped through the front, goes through the filtration system, and goes to you. It's a very simplistic system when you explain it that way. It's just basically condensing the air that you have around you and the ambient air that we have, and it produces water. So this machine here works on solar power. It works at your home. So if you add this machine to your home and a 5,000 gallon water storage tank and put solar panels on your roof, your home is completely off the grid. That's a revolutionary idea. You are off-grid living. Off-grid. You have your own water supply, you have your own power supply, and if you have a garden or you're growing vertical grow operations in your home, now you have food at the same time. So if you decided that you wanted to go live completely off-grid, you can absolutely do it now with this technology that we build in combination with solar power, a water storage tank, and an indoor vertical grow operation. You are completely off-grid. And that's what's revolutionary about this technology. There's 17 tenets of sustainability. We teach at high schools around San Antonio and grade schools. We teach the kids about this technology and sustainability. This atmospheric water generator is the linchpin in the 17 tenets of sustainability. To make them all possible, you have to have water. And this machine allows you to produce water out of the atmosphere using solar power and growing food. You've got all 17 tenets of sustainability as set forth by the UN covered. Every city and every town in Louisiana, South Georgia, Florida, along the coast, with that massive amount of humidity in the air, hot sunshine year-round, every home down there can be producing their own water with this technology. Every brewery can be producing their own water. Every emergency service, every police station, every hospital, every dialysis clinic, every indoor food growing operation, every cannabis operation that is legal in some states is not legal in others, you can produce your own water. Pharmaceutical companies can produce their own water. We also have the capability, this machine expands, so it's expandable without increasing the energy consumption. So basically the size of this building that I'm in right now, we can make a machine that size to produce water. So basically the amount of power that I use to produce water here, in this machine that's doing 1,000 liters, I can use this exact same amount of power in a larger system to produce 5,000 liters. That is part of what the patented technology that I own does. So this machine is this size for a specific reason, but I can make a machine of any size now. I could do it in this size, a 10-foot ISO, a 20-foot ISO. I could do it the size of this building. I could do it in 2,000 square feet, 5,000 square feet, 10,000 square feet. I can make the entire roof rain and produce water. Aquaponics, it's absolutely easy to do. I've been doing this for a long time. I've advanced the technology as far as I can get it right now, but with engineering support, the sky is the limit with what we can do. So we're never going to run out of water. We just use technology to help us find the best way to retrieve that water out of one of the known sources, the atmosphere, liquid, solid, and a gas. All the water exists on the earth that way. This technology pulls water from the air in the gaseous state. Guys, it's been a pleasure to tell you something about this technology. My company is AWG Technology. My company is AWG Contracting LLC. We're based out of here in San Antonio. I'm a historically underutilized business, a hub. I am also a 100% veteran-owned, disabled veteran-owned company. And I've developed this technology here in the state of Texas, for Texas and for the world, to help alleviate one of the greatest problems that we have. And the greatest problem that we face today not only is food shortage, but shortage of clean, potable water. And that demand for water is only going to grow. And here's the solution right here.
Like here I am right now next to this waterfall in Chicago, this fountain. And Lake Michigan, the air is very humid. It's going to be 109, 110 degrees tomorrow at O'Hare and Midway Airport. So that's going to mean there's a lot of water that's going to be in the atmosphere. And so what I've done is I've created a technology that allows you to pull that moisture, to condense that moisture out of the air the same way that you take a glass in the middle of the summertime and you put that cold glass, that cold bottle of Coke on the table. You've all done it. And that bottle of Coke just continues to sweat, right?
Yes.
Well, that picture that you see the machine right there pushing that water out, that machine does that using mechanical techniques that I've created over the years to efficiently pull that moisture out of the air with a lower energy consumption than you can use than is needed to pull it out of the ground. So basically that box that you see in that picture, you can sit it right here, and everybody in this park in Chicago could drink from that water for the next forever. It's solar powered, but also what I did was the big box that you see, I put on there a generator. So it's got its own internal generator in case you don't have solar power. So basically you can take that box anywhere, you could drop it where you need it in the world, and you could turn it on and you can produce water. And we've already done that. We did it in Flint, Michigan, and we did it on the island of Vieques in Puerto Rico after Hurricane Maria.
How do you break down the gallons that it processes and how fast?
1,250 gallons of water a day. That's 5,000 liters.
Wow. Wow.
And as long as I'm pulling the water out of the air and people are taking it, the machine continues to fill up as you empty it. If I pull out 200 gallons of water, you sit there long enough, it'll make that 200 gallons stack. So wow. When you're removing water, it's continuously refilling the machine.
My purpose is to do whatever and play whatever role that I have to play into saving the black race.
Okay, Diddy, I got somebody you can support. This guy here is Moses West. He is the creator and the founder of the Moses West Foundation. He provides good, clean, sustainable water to impoverished communities, such as Jackson, Mississippi, Puerto Rico, Flint, Michigan. The ones that don't have good quality water. You can't even take a bath in the type of water that they have. This guy built a machine that gets water from the atmosphere. Now, isn't that something? If you're so concerned about supporting and help building up the black community, help this dude out. We have so many places here in the U.S. that don't have quality water, and this dude is coming up with a solution. You say you want to help the community? then help this guy out. Provide him with some funding, because you already know the U.S. don't like people who innovate for free. So help him out.
And the water, the quality of the water, is it clean and very safe to drink?
Oh yes. What I'm gonna do is remind me when we finish. Let me send you a water quality report. I will send you a water quality report that's one of the toughest to pass. It's got my name on it. It's got the date on it when it was taken. It exceeds World Health Organization standards. Post it to everybody. Just give it to everybody. I don't care. Yeah. And it's pure water, clean water, no chemicals, no trace of chemicals, no hazardous airborne particulates, and it's got a great pH of anywhere from 7 to 9.5. And you can even get it higher if you wanted to.
So there you have it. Moses West Foundation. You look it up, support the brother. He's doing some awesome things for the communities, even out the country. You heard? I thank y'all for stopping by. This is great grandson of We Rebuilding We TV. Peace, one love.
This is Channel of We Rebuilding We, another production by Roadblock Prod MR GGC TV.
Get heavy lighters out and ready, cause here one non-stop fire. Road.
Block.